Hey, how you guys doing? What's going on? Welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. Boy, do we got a video for you guys to react to. And it got to do with Jay-Z. You guys know Jay-Z, he's been losing recently against Tony Busby. He has sanctions against Tony Busby, and he was trying to make Tony Busby out to be, oh, he's nothing. You know, this is just a scare tactic, honey. It looks like Tony Busby is scaring him because recently, did you guys know he dropped those sanctions against Tony Busby, and Tony Busby got some more surprises for Jay-Z? He ain't scared. He ain't never scared. Get him, Busby. Get him, Busby is getting them, honey, okay? Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe here at the Messy Sweet Spot, all right? Honey, when I tell y'all, y'all got to watch this video in its entirety. It talks about the newly leaked Jay-Z footage. Oh, my goodness. Confirms what we feared. Honey, you guys know they are saying that Jay-Z is just like Diddy. He's been messing with men too. He's a homosexual, just like Diddy. He's a down low homosexual, just like Diddy. And did Beyonce know about this? That is what everybody's wondering. We've seen Beyonce and Jay-Z at the Grammys, okay? And honey, where was the love? Where was the love? Where was the love? Where was the love? Where was the love at? We ain't seen no love. They telling me that Jay-Z done bought her that Grammy, y'all. Yeah, to shut her butt up, okay? Yeah, because Beyonce, she know a lot of stuff, but she's keeping quiet, okay? And we know Beyonce always wanted that Grammy, okay? And we know last year Jay-Z done pressured her to get the Grammy, okay? And we know that Jay-Z, he's losing in this Tony Busby case, so you know he feel like he need a win, and he need Beyonce to be quiet, and he need Beyonce to be on his team, so he got her that darn Grammy. He done bought it for her, honey. And they are telling me, oh my goodness, Beyonce is helping him out because of that Grammy. They're doing an exchange, like a business exchange. But is that surprising to y'all? Because considering their whole marriage is a business exchange, that's what they've been doing. So Beyonce is helping Jay-Z image, trying to make him a family man and stuff like that. We know he ain't no family man, because if he was a family man, then why is his biological first son out here without no father? Why is it that his firstborn daughter, which is grown, he done bought her a house and a car to shut her butt up? But is he spending time with her? Is he accepting and loving her? I think now he don't got no time, and I don't know how he not got no time when he got all this money. He got all the time in the world, but he is too busy trying to push an agenda on the culture, what he's been doing, honey. You say, well, what agenda, girl? Let me tell you what agenda. Prostitution, okay? Little girl prostitution. He had Foxy Brown, 15, 14, 16-year-old, rapping about prostitution, trying to push that agenda on little black girls so little black girls can be into that sexual prostitution type of music so he can have more minors to play with. Okay, honey, it gets deep. But I know y'all don't want me to talk, so make sure y'all like, share, subscribe here at the Messy Sweet Spot where we get down. Okay? Check this video out, y'all, in its entirety, honey. Y'all got to see this and give me my comments and get the likes up and make sure you share the video, honey, okay? Let's go.
Was interested while she was still underage.
Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs are currently facing significant legal challenges due to disturbing allegations that stem from events that took place back in the year 2000. A new civil lawsuit has been filed, accusing the two iconic music moguls of assaulting a 13-year-old minor at a lavish after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards in New York City. Adding fuel to the fire, newly obtained footage, which reportedly implicates both Jay-Z and Diddy, has been handed over to the FBI, raising even more concerns across the entertainment industry. The case has already sent shockwaves through the music world, with rapper 50 Cent even publicly expressing concerns about the potential impact this could have on Jay-Z's behavior, particularly toward his own family, including his daughter. The Jay-Z lawsuit. On December 9th, attorney Tony Busby took a bold step by filing a civil lawsuit against Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter. The lawsuit makes serious accusations, claiming that Carter was involved in the assault of a 13-year-old girl, referred to as Jane Doe. According to the victim, both Jay-Z and Diddy participated in the attack at a high-profile after-party. What's even more striking is the detailed information provided by the victim in the lawsuit, which includes specifics that only someone with close access to Jay-Z's personal life and private spaces would have known. This raises troubling questions about what truly transpired at that party. The complaint begins with a chilling opening statement. Defendant Sean Combs, along with his longtime friend and collaborator Sean Carter, laced her drink and assaulted a 13-year-old girl at an after-party following the 2000 Video Music Awards. Another celebrity stood by and witnessed as Combs and Carter took turns assaulting the minor. Many others attended the after-party but failed to intervene. The implications of this statement are staggering, as it suggests not only the involvement of Jay-Z, but also a disturbing level of complicity from others in the room who chose not to step in or report the alleged crime. As the lawsuit continues, it paints a broader picture of a pattern of behavior that allegedly goes back years, with Combs accused of acting with impunity and a sense of being above the law. The complaint draws a direct link between Jay-Z's participation in this incident and his long-standing relationship with Combs, suggesting that he was not just an active participant, but also an enabler of this behavior. Both Jay-Z and Diddy have been close collaborators and friends for decades, with their partnership and presence at various events and after-parties being well documented in the public eye. The lawsuit places significant emphasis on the strong and enduring connection between the two men, both professionally and personally, from the late 1990s all the way through the present day. Their bond has been one of the most prominent in the music industry, with the two of them frequently appearing together at major industry events, business ventures, and social gatherings. At the peak of their careers in 2000, Jay-Z and Diddy attended the MTV Video Music Awards in New York City, one of the biggest events in the entertainment calendar. After the ceremony, Diddy hosted an exclusive after-party that was attended by some of the biggest names in music and entertainment, including Jay-Z. According to the lawsuit, it was at this very after-party that the alleged assault took place, bringing these serious accusations into the public spotlight once again. The case has already sparked intense media coverage, with fans, industry professionals, and legal experts all paying close attention to the unfolding events. The serious nature of these allegations, combined with the mounting evidence, has cast a dark shadow over the two men's legacies. The entertainment world now waits to see how this legal battle will evolve and what impact it will have on the careers and reputations of Jay-Z and Diddy. Lawyer Tony Busby has introduced a disturbing new layer to the ongoing civil lawsuit against Jay-Z, accusing the music mogul not only of committing horrific acts, but also of orchestrating a concerted harassment campaign to intimidate those seeking justice. In an amended version of the complaint, Busby alleges that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, took aggressive steps to bully and discredit Busby, his legal team, and even their families. This harassment reportedly began after Busby reached out to Jay-Z for mediation in an attempt to resolve the lawsuit. The amended complaint details these alarming allegations, stating, Carter was identified in plaintiff's original complaint as Celebrity A. Prior to this amended filing, Carter received a letter from plaintiff's counsel requesting mediation to resolve the matter. Upon information and belief, Jay-Z responded not only by filing a baseless lawsuit, but by orchestrating a conspiracy of harassment, bullying, and intimidation against plaintiffs' lawyers, their families, employees, and former associates. This effort was intended to scare plaintiff and discredit her counsel. Despite this alleged campaign of intimidation, the plaintiff has pressed forward, resulting in the filing of this new and even more detailed complaint. Jay-Z versus Tony Busby. In response, Jay-Z has fiercely denied all allegations, calling the lawsuit a complete fabrication. He's vowed to take legal action against anyone who continues to pursue these claims, insisting that the entire situation is a money grab designed to damage his reputation. Reports have surfaced suggesting that Jay-Z has even filed his own lawsuit, anonymously, against Busby and the plaintiff, accusing them of extortion and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Meanwhile, the case has brought renewed attention to Sean Diddy Combs, given his alleged involvement in the same 2000 after-party incident. The lawsuit suggests that there's a possibility that Jay-Z could be caught on tape, with potential video footage linking him to the alleged events. Busby, who now represents the 13-year-old victim known as Jane Doe, stated in his filing that both Jay-Z and Diddy's actions were witnessed by others at the party. Disturbingly, those bystanders are said to have done nothing to intervene, with some even reportedly laughing as the disturbing events unfolded. This lawsuit is not the first to highlight allegations of abuse at Diddy's infamous parties. Reports suggest a troubling and recurring pattern, where guests at these events allegedly turned a blind eye to abusive behavior happening around them. Even more chilling are claims that some parents knowingly handed over their underage children to Diddy and his associates in exchange for financial compensation. The disturbing nature of these allegations has raised serious questions about the culture surrounding these parties, the people involved, and the lasting impact on the victims. As the case progresses, all eyes are on Jay-Z, Diddy, and their legal teams, with many wondering what the next chapter will bring in this complex and explosive legal battle. Jay-Z, who rose alongside Diddy in New York's rap scene during the 1990s, has faced public scrutiny before. But this lawsuit represents one of the most serious accusations yet. The ongoing case, coupled with Jay-Z's counter-lawsuit against Busby, paints a picture of a legal battle that's far from over. As the details continue to unfold, the entertainment industry and the public remain transfixed. Jay-Z isn't holding back as he goes on the offensive in the face of serious allegations against him. Not only is he denying the claims that he assaulted a minor alongside Sean Diddy Combs at a VMA after-party in 2000, but he's also launching legal and personal attacks against both the accuser and her attorney Tony Busby. This morning, Jay-Z filed a new motion aimed at what he calls leveling the playing field with the accuser. But let's back up a bit. In October, a woman filed a lawsuit against Diddy, claiming that he took advantage of her at a party following the VMAs when she was just 13 years old. She alleged that she had been given a drink, felt woozy, and was then assaulted by Diddy, an unnamed male celebrity, and a female celebrity. Fast forward to this past Sunday, the lawsuit was refiled, and the once anonymous male celebrity has now been identified as Jay-Z. Jay-Z's response? Explosive. While it's not uncommon for high-profile individuals like Diddy to issue blanket denials in these types of lawsuits, Jay-Z has taken a much more aggressive approach. Not only did he deny the allegations, but he also directly targeted Busby, calling him out in a fiery statement, saying this: "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt from a lawyer named Tony Busby. It made me want to expose you, Tony Busby, for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny." This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these types of theatrics. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. Tony Busby, however, isn't backing down, sending this tweet soon after. The New York Times contacted me to ask for my response to rapper Jay-Z's allegation that I tried to extort and blackmail him. My response is pretty straightforward. No one has made any threats. Jay-Z's assertions are bogus and laughable. Instead, our firm sent a standard demand letter seeking a mediation on behalf of a woman who alleges Jay-Z assaulted her. The letter was vetted and approved by our client, whose preference was to attempt resolution short of filing a lawsuit. This approach is common in these types of cases. What you are seeing played out now is a coordinated and desperate effort to focus the public's attention on me personally, to avoid attention on the allegations being made by my clients. This effort has included harassing my family and colleagues, and even offering former clients money to sue me, which is illegal. When an alleged perpetrator behaves in this manner, wildly asserting that a basic demand letter is extortion, and aggressively using the media to attack the opposing lawyer, while at the same time ignoring the allegations being made by the alleged victim, it reminds me of a famous line from Shakespeare. "The lady doth protest too much, methinks." We intend to address all of these issues with the court in due course. Let me be clear. We will not be bullied or intimidated by these shenanigans, and our clients won't be silenced. With both sides doubling down on their positions, this case is shaping up to be one of the most intense and controversial legal battles in recent memory. All eyes are on the courtroom now, as the allegations and counterclaims continue to unfold. Other celebrities' statements. 50 Cent has also weighed in on the situation, expressing his thoughts about the allegations. He described Jay-Z as dangerous and pointed out how unsettling the accusations are, especially considering that Jay-Z has a daughter the same age as the alleged victims. In fact, 50 even uploaded a video to Instagram that depicted Jay-Z being taken to jail. The caption read, "I want to post this, but I'm afraid I'm going to get shot." There are also claims involving both Jay-Z and Diddy, with mentions of a 13-year-old teenager. When discussing a specific statement related to the case, it seemed carefully crafted, likely by a lawyer. The wording even took a confrontational turn at one point, saying something like, "You're going to find out how I'll handle this." This tone suggested a legal strategy rather than a straightforward public address. These allegations aren't exactly new. Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal have been vocal for years about what they claim is abusive behavior by Jay-Z. Both have repeatedly stated that Jay-Z is worse than Diddy. While Diddy may have made missteps, they argue that Jay-Z is more calculated and unafraid to get involved in the messier side of things. If confronted, they claim he won't hesitate to retaliate against those who speak out. In one instance, Gene Deal recalled Diddy's past animosity toward Jay-Z.
Diddy used to hate Jay-Z. He hated Jay-Z enough when he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay-Z. This is back in the early 2000s. And one day, Kushner, Diddy, and myself went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z. I've never been a Jay-Z fan, like something that's music the whole 9 yards.
Later, he described an odd encounter between Diddy and Jay-Z.
And him and Puff met up. It was strange to me, because I remember what Puff was trying to do. And then both of them, they was talking about something amongst each other, amongst all of us, and laughing and joking with each other. Then over the years, I see them giving garden parties. You could tell that the people in power had gave that reign to Diddy, and Jay was next in line.
Jaguar Wright also shared her perspective on Jay-Z's character.
You say, in your opinion, Jay-Z is a bad guy. Like,
well, I know you're a bad
You're
guy.
alluding, though, to the level of, like, Diddy, or just complicit in letting Jay-Z? Can you sort of elaborate on what your accusation even is?
Kiss the Girls is the best example that I had to describe the relationship and the camaraderie between the Jigga Man and the Diddler.
Jaguar Wright has continued to speak out about Jay-Z and his alleged actions. She claims that both Jay-Z and Diddy have been working together for years, collaborating, competing, and keeping each other's secrets.
These are two people that have been working in concert, collaborating and competing. These are people that have been covering each other's secrets for decades.
I guess, but again, and maybe you're not at liberty to say it yet. I guess that's the comment is going to be, Jaguar. Well, what is it though? What is it? Like, is that coming? Is there something you can sort of allude to as to?
Ask yourself how a young man who pow-powed his brother, and allegedly, as the story goes, on his mother's request to hide her sexuality because it was about to hit the streets. This is a man who pow-powed his own brother and somehow walked away from that instance, got involved in the street drug trade, and somehow everyone else went to jail except for him.
She also suggested that Jay-Z has been cooperating with authorities for years.
He's been making deals with the government and with the feds for quite some time.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, but the thing is, if none of this is real, how does the CEO of his record conglomerate Rock Nation, how is she a known federal informant whose background is transferring?
Following the public revelation of the recent lawsuit against Jay-Z, Jaguar Wright has suggested that this is only the beginning of a larger wave of legal action. She's hinted that more lawsuits are on the horizon and has mentioned that she personally knows of at least 3 victims who are now coming forward. According to Wright, these individuals have found the courage to speak out, inspired by the bravery of others who have shared their experiences of alleged abuse. For Wright, whose own allegations of assault by Jay-Z have been a deeply personal and painful chapter in her life, this moment represents something much larger than just one case. It feels like a significant emotional turning point. Wright and others involved in the case are hopeful that the testimonies from these victims could prove to be enough to lead to a conviction. Even Johnny Depp's lawyer has reportedly commented on the unfolding case, suggesting that if the victims can provide detailed, consistent accounts of what happened, it could result in serious legal consequences for Jay-Z. However, a key element of this case lies in whether additional witnesses will come forward, offering further testimony that supports the victim's claims. While one victim could theoretically prevail with a compelling and persuasive testimony, the fact that these allegations are so old presents certain challenges. It's important to note that some of the allegations include the potential for a critical witness to come forward, possibly another woman, whose testimony could play a pivotal role if subpoenaed. If this potential witness's account aligns with the victim's claims, it could dramatically shift the entire trajectory of the case. However, there may be credibility issues that arise, especially considering that Jay-Z doesn't have the same extensive history of similar accusations that his longtime associate Diddy does. This could impact how the case is perceived by the public and the courts. Despite these potential challenges, the situation with Jay-Z remains far from resolved. According to a source known as Big Homie CC, the victims involved in the case should be prepared for the fact that Jay-Z may not back down easily. Reportedly, Jay-Z is considered a very dangerous individual by those close to the situation, and if he feels threatened by these legal battles, he could take drastic and aggressive actions in response.
She got song credits for writing for Al Green.
Take me through them not wanting to let her in the club.
She showed up to a place. Some of the people in there was loyal to some of the people she was speaking out about. They wouldn't let her in, and she wasn't going for that. She started setting it up. She started bugging up on the guys. They had to call the police on old girl. I just want to tell Jaguar Wright, be careful.
Tony Busby isn't backing down either. He says that he has more than 250 victims who are all prepared to come forward. These victims have verified reports that prove abuse, and they also have police reports from the time that the abuse occurred. How is Jay-Z going to prove he's innocent if he ends up being on the tapes that the feds found at Diddy's mansion? Tony Busby's statements. Tony Busby recently spoke out on all the claims made and their plans to get justice for everyone involved. We intend to name people in these lawsuits. We're not going to do it in interviews. We're not going to do it without doing our due diligence because obviously, these types of allegations are very hurtful to people if they're not true, and very hurtful, frankly, if they are true. But if they're true, you shouldn't have been in the room and you shouldn't have been participating. So I anticipate that we're going to start filing lawsuits, and it may not be big names at first, but we have a long list of names. And you might imagine in situations like this, that when a victim tells us that this person was in the room or this person participated, we want to do as much due diligence as humanly possible before we file that case. Because in the United States, in almost every state, public filings are in fact public. And, when you name somebody in a lawsuit, the press is going to pick it up, and we're aware of that. So we're going to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's. I expect that there will be some people named in these lawsuits that will raise some eyebrows. In another instance, another minor allegedly told by Sean Combs that he would make him a star, but he needed a visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly, Mr. Combs made the victim perform different acts upon him. Another incident, an individual, 15 years old at the time, was flown to New York City to attend a party. She was intoxicated and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual, minor, was assaulted. Other individuals took turns on her. Another individual, 26 at the time of the occurrence, was allegedly picked up by Mr. Combs and several other people in a black SUV from the airport. She was given one drink in the SUV and then literally woke up the next day not knowing what had happened, but with pain and damage to her sensitive areas. She then went to the hospital and noticed she was missing her underwear and her shoes. Another instance, an individual, this time not a minor, attended a group dinner allegedly with Sean Combs in Miami. She wasn't drinking because she was pregnant, but whatever she drank at the table, apparently at least according to her, was laced with something. She blacked out and woke up in the same bed again, allegedly with Mr. Combs, in his mansion in Miami. Her private areas were not in good shape. So far, 8 of the tapes that showed Jay-Z and Diddy being involved with minors have been submitted into FBI custody. Allegedly, these were even played in front of a grand jury. Diddy's case is going to take down a whole ring of files, and Diddy and Jay-Z are just the first to fall. As the case continues to unfold, Ariel Mitchell and her client, Courtney Burgess, were seen outside the federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan on Thursday. They had just finished testifying for the grand jury and spoke about the case.
A lot of allegations, right? Are you expected to eventually turn those things over, or?
Well, that's what we're going to head over to do now. So we have a hearing now to determine what we're going to do in terms of what documents we'll have to turn over, what documents we not.
I know you can't mention celebrities per se. You did mention some in the interview. So just to clarify, you can back that up with actual factual footage.
We have, it's things that we have, but we got to go to the other courthouse. So I don't know if that's any more questions, but we got another hearing to go.
Are you nervous, or do you feel?
Nah, I ain't never nervous. Only thing scared me is
But I know you did mention what was on the flash drive before. Would you be able to kind of go over that now, or is that something that you can't discuss?
No, we're trying to discuss that now, what we will be able to talk to in terms of what was available and what was on those flash drives.
it's hers. Nobody touched it.
Oh, so it is her official book,
Yes. Nobody.
and no one touched it.
Nobody altered it. Nothing.
So it's not the copy that the gentleman said that he was selling before. No.
No.
It's 2 different copies. That one was edited, and we have the
That's your back.
This case is bound to shake Hollywood and the music industry to the core. All of the people that were seen at Diddy's freak-offs have since been completely silent about the charges. With Jay-Z in court, however, it's high time that people start speaking out. The lawsuit specifically mentions that Diddy wasn't working alone and had co-conspirators who helped and facilitated him. With the walls closing in on Jay-Z, the revelations from this lawsuit are sending shockwaves through Hollywood as more victims come forward and critical evidence is unearthed. It seems the music industry's darkest secrets are finally coming to light. But what does this mean for Jay-Z's legacy, and will justice truly be served?
Oh my God, honey, this is gross what Jay-Z is into, and it's on footage. You know he's been hanging around Diddy. Diddy loves the video footage, and so Jay-Z secretly. Okay, they had a lot more in common than meets the eye than just business. Comment, let us know what you thought about this, and I will see you guys on the next upload. Okay.